I absolutely love this category. Here are the best throwbacks. Taking the classics and reinventing.
Downtown Detroit shining. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Adams.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got Steven Adams. Thompson is out there with Anthony. Then it's Curry. And it's Ball in at the point. And for the Pistons, they've got Collins. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Sexton. Then there's Robertson. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So the Memphis Grizzlies able to put the first points up on the board. Right side, Collins shoots over Curry. Ball with the rebound. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft break, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
And really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
And Detroit has possession. Grizzlies making the shot. And Adams sends it back. And here's the fast break. Ball leading the way. Offensive rebound. Detroit with the ball. 4-point game. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Memphis this season.
And last season, they made short work of this club. 2 games, 2 wins.
Yeah, Greg, it makes sense. I mean, when you look at where they both finished, there's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other one was on vacation.
Here's Thompson. Following the basket by Colin Sexton. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. 6 on the shot clock. That one wide left.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Here's Dinwiddie. The Grizzlies making the shot. Pass to Sexton. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fiery. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Now here's Adams. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals. Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Back to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Sexton. Beyond the arc. No good. And it's Memphis the other way. We've got 22 seconds left in the first. Pistons trailed by 5. Robertson with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. There's the pass to Sexton. from deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Grizzlies, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
We've got Andre Robertson. Colin Sexton is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Collins in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here's ball. Spencer Dinwiddie missing his last shot. Anthony. And the rejection by Collins. Now, here's Robertson. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Collins. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And here's ball. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. 3-point lead, fresh from a win against Portland.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
They were connecting, and when they're connecting like that, they're hard to beat. Their accuracy from outside, just incredible.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Here's Anthony following the basket by Colin Sexton. Thompson left side. Basket counts. Thompson's got the lead up to 5 now for Memphis.
This shot certainly in Thompson's arsenal. I mean, he keeps the defense guessing.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Kerr. Kept alive.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates. And they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Curry with a wide-open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Well, Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster. He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Pistons passing it around. Here's Dinwiddie. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Anthony drives in, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball, the pass to Anthony. Over Collins. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one. 17 seconds left here in the second. Now, here's Sexton. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. And so it's Memphis. Up by Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Welcome back. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a... And...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
Yeah, Greg, this game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. We've got Ball. Adams is out there with Anthony. Then it's Curry. And it's Thompson in at the small forward.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And Anthony gets it to go. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid. Shoot, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
Here's Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Gobert's got his first basket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Here's Ball. Anthony trying to get open. Ball with the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 14.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Robertson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. From deep three-point range, Ball with the rebound.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
Here's Dinwiddie. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Here's Anthony. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Anthony's got the lead up to 14 now for Memphis.
His individual effort has been outstanding tonight, and it's helped him grab the lead.
Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
To the paint. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Collins. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Ball. Softly drops in the floater. Ball's got 4 points in the quarter.
Such a smooth operator out there. Ball's floater is money when he puts the right touch on it.
Now, here's Robertson, covered by Anthony. Robertson kicks to Dinwiddie. And here's Robertson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Count it. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Dinwiddie passes to Gobert. The Pistons working the ball around now. Ball against Dinwiddie. Pass to Sexton. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 3 assists in the game. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies. 13 points up. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Sexton is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's John Collins. Then there's Andre Robertson. And it's Gobert in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And here's Gobert after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Ball feeling it out a bit. To the inside. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Ball. And that's 12 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Once he turned it on, he became a force in this game. Not sure where this guy was in the first half.
Dinwiddie dishes to Collins. Back to Dinwiddie. Here's Sexton. He doesn't hit that one. Adams, some nice D. Memphis has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Thompson outside. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Ball. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Thompson way outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Dinwiddie against Ball. Dinwiddie passes to Robertson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. But they get it back. Collins fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they had 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement.
Timeout.
Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Now a timeout called by Detroit. They're behind by 19. 1:29 left in the 4th quarter. And a chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Lonzo Ball.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
I don't think anyone in this building saw this coming. I'm sure that of the players who these fans thought would beat them, his name was not at the top of the list. Yes, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule. You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys, and so you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports, and use them in business. So in business, I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team, humble yourself, get back to it. get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves, and just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice too.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now Mirotic. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.